After sending the message to the group through the comlink, Haunted House is going to um, fire a 3-round burst directly at the back of the female
All right.
with his smart gun.
Okay, roll a reaction plus intuition for a surprise test.
Okay, 1 success.
All right. So they're not surprised, so let's just do a normal initiative. So Yonkers, you go first. Appropriate since you were the one heading towards the stairs.
Yonkers is going to, as he gets close to the stairs, slam into the wall, just sort of making the jolt, so he's immediately, as fast as he can, out of the guy's line of fire, and clear up. And if he sees the guy at the top of the stairs, he's going to get a friendly double tap.
All right, you do see at the top of the stairs, there's a long hallway. You see there is just barely a guy at the end of the hallway where it turns. So he's got pretty good cover there, and you can fire at him, but he's going to get a good cover bonus. So go ahead.
4 successes, and he's at a -1 to dodge.
Whoa. That was one too many ones. He does not roll 111 dice. So let me roll that again. That's more like it. You got one net hit.
Alright, well, with the one net hit, he's still taking a happy, healthy, 15?
Sure.
But he does get +4 to his armor.
Oh, I know. I will never forget that with your NPC moitering shotguns. All right, he's dead. So you get to the top of the stairs, like you said, you slam up against one wall to pull out of the way, and you expertly shoot your shotgun like you always do, and nail this guy that's behind the wall. You hit him just right across like the face that he has, just peeking around the corner waiting for you, and he just drops. Now it is the drone's turn.
So since the drone lost an active target, I'm going to use a...
The drone, actually, let me be clear. This was happening at one end of a long hallway. The drone and Haunted House are at the other end of the hallway, so that wasn't one of your guys' targets anyway. Right now, all you guys can see are 2 people that are on this at this hallway.
Okay, in that case, the drone is going to... it's running on autopilot, so since it heard gunfire, it's going to just engage with the target that it was given. So it's going to fire a single semi-automatic burst.
All right. I moved you guys to this floor so that you can see what's going on right here. I just hid any of the other tokens that you might not know where they are right now.
It got 0 successes.
You missed. Now it's House's turn. Now, I would have let you, by the way, you can position yourself anywhere in this lobby area that you would like, because I just plopped your token in there, but you had the opportunity to sneak. There's not really a lot to hide behind, but you can get to anywhere in this room that you would like to be.
Haunted House is going to fire a 3-round burst at the female. 1 success.
All right, she's at a -2 because of your burst. That looks like more... Oh, never mind. They exploded. She just did really well. Okay, you missed. All right, so the guy who was on the other side of the hallway from the girl that you just shot out, he whips around, and he sees you. And he... First thing he does is he kind of runs to cover right here and takes cover. But at the same time, he yells and says... "We got a hostile behind us! Take cover!" And then he fires. Haunted House needs to roll reaction plus intuition. And you glitched. So what we're going to do is we're going to give this person an automatic 1 extra hit on whatever they get on their net hits. So you got 3 net hits on you. That's a modified damage value of 11 physical. What armor are you wearing?
Haunted House has on his Urban Explorer jumpsuit with the radiation proofing
What's your
and
total?
the helmet. So he's got a 12 for
All right,
armor
so this will
rating.
be stun damage then that you're resisting, but it's 11 stun damage that you're resisting. So roll your body plus your total armor rating to resist 11.
5 successes.
All right, you take 6 hits of stun damage. You just got slammed hard. What's your physical limit?
4, so I got knocked off my feet.
Yep, you're knocked down. Case's turn.
All right. He draws his pistol and he starts upstairs. Stays behind Yonkers' shotgun. Not in front of it.
Okay. Davros' turn.
I guess since I don't see anybody either, I'm just going to go do the same thing, stand behind him, but hold my action.
Okay. Haunted house, you see the female, the girl, she comes behind and ducks behind a wall out of trying to get, I guess, away from sight with you since you're the person that she sees, and she casts a spell. Yonkers.
So Yonkers is going to, now that he's got guy number 1, is going to rinse and repeat and make his way to the next wall.
All right, so you're coming up to the corner.
Where I've just placed the dude, or my token.
All right, would you like to observe in detail down the hall, or are you just casually looking down the hall? Either way, give me a perception test.
I guess at this point it's an observe in detail as he pulls up his gun and looks for targets, so...
All right. So that's a simple action. Give me a perception test.
3 happy successes.
All right, when you get up to the corner of the hallway, you notice that on the opposite end of the hallway, there's a door closer to you, and there's a guy in there who is kind of taking cover inside that room. I just revealed him, and he's looking down the hall. Also, all the way down the hall, you can see another guy hiding behind some boxes and some rubble and whatnot, and he's pointing a gun down the hall as well. This is all... You see all this as you get to here where I put you, which is right when you get up to the corner of the hallway. You haven't crossed over the hallway yet. You can still move across if you want to, but I wanted to give you the opportunity once you see them to do something about it if you feel like it.
Yeah, I guess he's going to stop there, and that gives him the best respectable cover he can get in the situation.
It takes another simple action to actually use the cover. Just so you know. Now, they will have a modifier if they can't see you. You know, if you're not all the way out there, they'll have a little bit of obscured vision modifier, potentially. But you won't get the defense modifier unless you actually take a simple action to take cover.
I'm going to use the simple action to take cover because I'll shoot them both next round. They can have a bad day then.
Okay. It's the drone's turn again. The Doberman.
The Doberman is going to... where on the map is it in location to Haunted House?
You can have it anywhere you want. Let me grab something for you to do.
It's going to continue to engage, so another 3-round burst towards the male that took cover behind the rubble straight ahead.
All right, roll it for me.
1 success again.
All right. It missed. It's Haunted House's turn.
Haunted House is going to remain prone. I'm going to use a simple action just to try to slide directly behind the drone and use another simple action once I get in place to send a message to the team that I've been stunned and knocked to the ground.
All right, so you're actually taking cover behind the drone?
Yeah, I'm taking cover behind it.
All right, we'll call that partial cover for if you get attacked and you have to roll a defense test, give yourself a +2 on those while you're still in cover behind that. which will be coming now because you're being shot at again. All right, go ahead and roll reaction plus intuition with your +2 for cover. And your -2, well, just roll straight reaction plus intuition, your -2 for damage.
3 successes.
All right, he misses. It's Case's turn.
All right, Case is going to move up around the corner here next to Yonkers. And with his pistol, he's going to attempt to burst fire on the guy behind the rubble.
Okay.
But since he didn't check his magazine, only one bullet comes out.
All right.
He only thought his last bullet jammed. Oh.
Well, you got no hits, so you missed, but you didn't glitch. Now it's Davros' turn.
All right, I'm going to also move up around here by them, and I'll see. I guess I'll see these two guys, and I'm going to go ahead and use simple action to summon again. Well, not summon, just to. I'm going to order my fire spirit to attack these two men and this woman here. So just people down the hall.
Okay. Tell me specifically what your order is.
Attack all of the hostiles on the floor.
Okay. You have another simple action, and you have a saved complex, so...
Okay. I'm going to use... I'll use my saved complex and cast a... Yes, I'll cast a mana bolt on the closest guy this guy.
Okay.
All right, it's a force 6, and what's the background count?
Background count up here is nicer to you. It's only a -1.
Yay! All right. All right, 3 successes.
Oh. This guy critically glitched.
Oh,
So
nice.
we're gonna say that it's gonna double the damage that it caused, which is it would have only done 3 damage. It now does 6 damage. All right. You still have a simple action. Would you like to use it, or are you gonna wait?
Well, I can't do more than one attack action per round.
Correct.
Or per turn, right? Okay. Well, then I'll just hold for now. Well, yeah. I'll hold for right a second.
All right. This guy is going to duck in a little bit. We got this guy who's going to fire downrange. He's going to try to shoot the guy who just cast a spell. So roll a reaction plus intuition for Davros. He's the one who's most out in the open anyway. I know Yonkers is actually taking cover.
I use an action to pull him back into cover.
5 successes.
All right, he misses, but you see that a bullet definitely flies right around the corner, past all 3 of you guys. Comes scarily close to hitting Davros.
All right, well, then I would like to use my simple action to take cover.
All right, good. For you. Not for me. Yonkers' turn.
All right, so
I like the image
How
of
much
that, though.
far-
You leaned out and you shot a spell, and a bullet flew past your head, and then you kind of reacted quickly and ducked back to take cover. All right, go ahead, Yonkers.
about how much farther would you say I'd be able to make it down this hall this turn?
What's your total movement? Do you know?
24 is a sprint.
So,
Oh, yeah,
So
I
you
could-
could get basically anywhere you want to on this floor. It's not as big as it looks. I actually scaled it up a little bit, so...
All right, well, in that merry little case, Yonkers is going to break cover and go for Blue Mohawk number 2.
Okay.
And Indulging Leto is going to use his latest and greatest investment power to punch this guy in one of his soft spots. Calling Nerve Strike.
All right, how many hits did you get?
I kung fu him for 5.
Whoa, you would not even believe without rolling edge that he, this lowly ganger, manages to counter your kung fu somehow. So,
Well then, be like that.
it's the drone's turn.
The drone is going to take another 3-round burst at the same target. 3 successes.
Mm-hmm. He missed again.
Reroll initiative.
Yeah, I think everybody's out, so go ahead, roll initiative. All right, Yonkers is up again.
I'm going to try one more time to karma like this guy. 6 successes.
That should hit him. Of course, last time it should have hit him too.
And I'm doing the Nerve Strike.
Explain to me what Nerve Strike does again.
Alright, so essentially how Nerve Strike works is I do a normal unarmed attack. My net hits I can then use to reduce his either reaction or agility by 1 for each net hit. If he hits 0 in either, he is considered paralyzed.
Well, you got
And
3
it's
net hits, so pick reaction or agility.
I'm going to guess that these guys have a pretty crummy reaction, and so I'm going to go with that.
All right, well, he's not paralyzed.
Nope, but he's now at a -3 to all reaction-based rolls.
Yeah, which is not insignificant. Reaction's pretty important in combat. That's an interesting thing to look at as an aside. That's interesting to think about. If you think about it in what those stats mean, it's almost like if you choose reaction, you're almost choosing to damage their defensive capabilities, and if you choose agility, you're choosing basically to damage their offensive capabilities for the most part. All right, so you do some crazy caramel egg kung fu stuff, and you hit him in kind of a pressure point right around maybe his neck or whatnot, and you hit him really hard in that spot, and he winces and kind of doubles over, and he looks seriously messed up by that. And it's the spirit's turn.
All right, so Spirit is going to missile attack.
Yeah, so roll his attack. He's going to attack the same thing that Yonkers is attacking.
4 hits.
Elemental attack, that's like the ranged attack, so it's reaction plus intuition. Reaction is for that guy is at a -3 right now.
And then it says also roll the armor plus fire resist to see if they catch fire.
We got 3 net hits. He did not catch fire, but he definitely got hit. Damage value is... Hold on a second. Damage value is 10 physical. Holy cow.
This is why people don't mess with fire spirits.
So the fire spirit comes around the corner and just like intensely kind of forehead first going down the hall, almost marching as much as a fire spirit can, and reaches forward its arm and blasts that guy with fire. Yonkers feels hot flames come right next to him since he's in melee combat with this thing, but he feels the hot flames come right next to him and blast this thing that gets the ganger gets knocked to the ground, and he's singed and burnt to a crisp, and he's lying motionless on the ground.
Nice.
Drone's turn.
Okay, the drone is going to... what range would it be considered at? Is this still short range?
Yeah.
Okay, another 3-round burst, same target.
Okay.
2 successes.
You missed. So a swirling mass of air appears next to, between Yonkers and the woman that's right there. And Yonkers gets hit by an attack.
How do I get hit with it? I never got to roll a defense.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, you're going to have to roll a defense. Maybe you don't know what I mean, but I'm clarifying now.
What's she throwing at me or using?
It's an air spirit. And it is... You'll need to roll your reaction plus intuition.
I hit my physical limit of 7.
Whoa. Well, the spirit of air, you know, wraps its arms around you, basically. Its arms extend from its body, you know, these swirling masses of air come from, you know, its sort of incorporeal, almost body, extends and tries to wrap itself around you, but you manage to be able to dodge it. Davros is up.
Alright. I'm going to try and banish the spirit. 2 successes. We really need to finish this mission so I can get my edge back.
Well, you got a hit. You got it. You've managed to start working at banishing it.
Alrighty.
There's a drain value for this.
Is there?
Yes, it's twice the hits that
Oh, that's right. That's right.
that the guy got. So you got to resist 2 drain.
I barely do it.
Well, barely still means you got it.
Well, I was joking. Not really barely.
Oh, how many hits did you get?
7.
Funny joke. Haunted house. Roll your reaction plus intuition +2 because you're in light cover.
6 successes.
All right. You the guy who took cover again, who's been shooting at you, shoots at you again and misses. Case's turn.
After giving his empty weapon a puzzling look, Case jumps for cover and starts looking for another magazine, which he doesn't find because he does not have one.
So, Case spends his action realizing he's out of bullets.
Yes.
So the girl that was at the hallway, she kind of runs back and tries to take cover up the stairs a little bit. And she, yeah. As she does that, Haunted House needs to roll willpower plus logic.
6 successes.
Sheesh. Me too, which means you rolled really well and nothing happens. Alright. Now it's... So this guy... Davros is in cover, right?
Yes.
Alright, so roll your reaction plus intuition. You get a +2 for being in cover, but you have a -1 for stun damage. So give me so you just get a +1 to your defense test here.
3 successes.
All right. So the guy that had previously ducked back behind cover, after being mana-bolted, peeks his head out again and fires at you and misses. It was the guy that was inside the room, down and across the hall.
Okay.
Yonkers is going to need to make a reaction plus intuition roll now. Dodging,
6
defense.
successes. Actually, I rolled two. No, 6 successes.
Okay. Well, a bullet comes down the hallway, and it actually comes from the opposite side of the hall, from inside the door, a door that was on the other side of the hall. And if you look closely at that token that's on there, it says he has damage, but that's because I set these tokens up wrong. He doesn't actually have damage. All right, it's House's turn.
Okay. Since House is behind cover and he's prone, would he still be behind cover if he were to stand up?
As long as you're still taking cover, then you're fine. Like if you're not intentionally coming out of cover, then you're fine. You can attack like with a gun if that's what you're trying to do while still being in cover.
Okay, I'm going to give the drone an order to aim for the man that's been firing at. Aim for a headshot before taking any more burst fire shots at it. So that'll be a simple action to manipulate a simple device. And then I'm going to stand up and crouch behind the drone, remaining in cover for my other simple action.
Okay. It's Yonkers' turn again.
Yonkers is going to, as a simple action, take back up his shotgun off the sling. As a free action, as he runs down after Princess Buttercup McMagicface, click his choke over to medium and fire a medium burst into her and her boyfriend over there behind cover.
All right. Make sure that, of course, since you're running, that you apply the appropriate running modifier of
-2.
-2, correct.
4 successes, and they're at -3 to dodge.
All right. He manages to dodge. She, however, does not. So you got 3 net hits on her. What is that modified?
16.
All right. So you managed to kill her. She's down, and the spirit goes away. Also, you notice that when you shoot through them, you miss the first guy. You hit her, but your bullets hit a magical, what you're familiar with seeing and recognizing as a magical barrier that poofed out of existence because you shot through it. But it was there. You did happen to notice it.
All hail the magical murder shotgun. Dispeller of physical wards.
Spirit of Fire is attacking now, and roll his power.
6 hits.
Sheesh. So that guy's dead. It was one of the guys that was inside the rooms on the side of the hall.
Nice.
The spirit came up again, and did the same sort of thing. He just appeared right in front of that door, or, came down the hall and just twisted itself right in front of the door and just almost casually, for the spirit, just reaches his arm out and blasts it in the face with, like fire and like it was nothing, and the guy's a singeing pile of ash. Drone. Well, the drone is firing at the guy that's behind cover, right?
Well, first, for a free action, it's calling the shot to aim for the guy's head. And as it does so, it, in a very mechanical sounding voice that just says headshot in German. And then it's going to fire a 3-round burst.
All right, so the called shot is a -4.
0 successes.
Davros' turn.
All right, Davros is going to come out again and shoot a mana bolt at this guy that keeps trying to shoot him. He's tempted just to wait and let his fire spirit take care of him, but he doesn't think he can sit around and do nothing. Mana bolt it is. See, a 4/6, a -1. Got 3 successes.
He's dead.
All right. Dead.
All right.
Oh, but I'd take 2 more drain.
Yonkers, roll reaction plus intuition. As the guy behind cover fires at the newcomer.
Another dodgy 6 successes.
No way. I'm glad I did that open. So you believe me when I say on 10 dice I just got 9 hits. But let me see what his limit is.
He's shooting at me with a gun.
Yeah, he still misses.
What's the gun's
wait.
accuracy?
Actually, it's a... No. Well, it's an Ares Predator, but he has wireless turned off, so he still misses.
Wireless doesn't need to be turned on for the smart link or smart gun.
Oh, you're right. The wireless gives you a die pool bonus. Thank you. Give yourself a point of edge for making it so that I actually hit you and being so honest with and reminding me that I can actually still hit you with 1 net hit.
Okay, well, let's see what he gets.
Yeah. I'll give you that point of edge for being honest because you might need it. It's 9 physical, so it's going to be stun damage that you're resisting because I know your armor's better than that even with the -1 from acid damage. That was my subtle way of reminding you that you have 1 less armor on that thing. Okay, so that's 5 stun you just got with 4 hits, right?
Correct, I'm hurting.
All right. That does not exceed your physical limit, correct? You're still on your feet.
Yep, I'm still up. I'm pissed.
Case, you're up. You still have no bullets. What do you do?
Case sits there and contemplates on maybe he could do more damage if he threw his gun at people.
So you holding?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to be... Well, no, Yonkers can still go. Yonkers.
Yonkers free action switches to burst mode and puts a 3-round medium burst into Doofenshmirtz behind the rubble because I'm pissed.
Okay.
And sure, we're going to make this burst a called shot too for vitals.
Okay.
And 3 successes, and he is at -6 to dodge.
We're just going to call him dead. Sometimes it's just depressing to go through the motions when I know I'm not going to succeed. So you managed to hit him, and his head is converted from the head of a human male into a messy pile of jello. And you guys are out of combat.
Haunted House gives the drone a command to stand down and return to the vehicle.
It obeys.
I'll tell my spirit to go back into the astral plane.
Did we get the
No,
goods from the basement?
We still need to open that. Hey, Professor, can you summon a strongman spirit or something to rip the door off?
I don't think so.
A haunted house walks up to Case and says, "Ugh, my head hurts, but let me go take a look at the lock."
You guys can teamwork it if you'd like.
Alrighty, I'll let you take the lead.
4 successes.
You got it open. You know, you get down there and Case kind of tells you what he's figured out about it. You know, says, "Oh, well, this lock here kind of seems to not want to move, and I tried to bypass these electronics here, and nothing seems to happen, blah, blah, blah." And he gives you some info, and you manage to take that and get the lock open, and you open it up, and there's a computer. The whole cabinet kind of has a computer inside of it. It's old. It's off. It's probably barely functioning, if at all. But Case and Haunted House would easily be able to identify the node that they're supposed to be looking for.
I bring in my fly spy and have it use its Geiger counter to get a reading for how radioactive the equipment is.
Okay. Everything here, it's not any worse. It's actually better, less radioactive than outside, and outside was safe levels of radiation.
Well, we shouldn't need to do any excess decontamination. You want to help me haul it back into the van?
How big is the node?
It's just a little piece of electronics. Now, in order to make it able to be used by anybody, you'll have to, and to get it, to get it into a state where you can turn it in for your paycheck, you'll have to hack it.
All right. Well, I will jack in.
It's nothing fancy or sophisticated. It's not like part of a host or anything. You'll just need to, just a hacking test.
4 successes.
You are easily able to get it. This is old technology. The software that's used to protect it, is simplistic compared to the things that you're used to dealing with on a regular basis. So you're able to get through it pretty easily. And there's some files on it that have been, there's just various things on it if you'd like to look around or confirm that you're looking at what you need to have.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at the files and see what information is there.
All right, so you've got it. You find that it definitely has the information that you're looking for, that you're being paid to find, the ownership information and whatnot. But also it contains, as was suggested by the woman that contacted you, it contains research notes on the Fab 3 vaccine that was experimentally being worked on, other experimental notes, whatnot. Do you have a medicine or chemistry test or case skill?
I do not, but I would like to copy those files onto a tag so that I could show the prof, and he may be able to understand what they are.
Okay.
You want me to do the copy file deal?
Yes. It's an edit file action computer plus logic.
4 successes. Sorry, 4 successes.
All right, you've got it copied.
All right. I get out. I transfer the copied data over to the professor, to Davros, so that he could have a look at it, verify that this is what we were looking for, and also possibly I'd sell it to the competition, but I think we just killed the competition, didn't we?
If that was the run team that they were sending to come, deal with this, they deserve it.
So is Davros going to take a look at the data?
Yep.
All right. It's definitely medical and chemical data, so whatever would be the most appropriate knowledge skill, go ahead and roll that. If you have a chemistry that's higher than like a medicine skill, then you can use that.
5 successes.
Yeah, wow. That you look through it and you read through it and you start to come to understand that looks like the vaccine data that's on there for Fab 3 is what you were told you would find. A lot of medical data regarding research that was done on a vaccine for Fab 3. But what you do, the additional stuff you find in there is research notes that were left there by someone who calls themselves the founder. Apparently he was trying to he was trying to use the data that he found here in the lab and also with Fab 3 to experimentally recreate the conditions that changed him into a toxic shaman. He was trying to understand how that works and somehow trying to incorporate information about Fab 3, and that's actually there's a lot of narrative in there, or not narrative, but there's a lot of notes in there that talk about the people that moved into this area and they came to an agreement. There were some people that moved up to the second floor and he let them have range of that because they were protecting the building and his lab, but he was experimenting on them in order to try to replicate like I said, the conditions of becoming a toxic shaman and it didn't work. The effects were really ineffective to just plain fatal to some people, and he actually has an account of a woman who went crazy, an awakened caster woman mage who went crazy as he tried to, again, turn her into a toxic shaman to try to understand what happened to him.
All right. Well, I will let the team know that this is what we're looking for.
Okay. So you have it. The data.
Let's go get our paycheck and get some rent.
Haunted House recalls his fly spy to the van and starts heading there himself.
All right. Well, you guys aren't going to encounter any more problems on the way there. So what we can do is, assuming that you're going to go ahead and call the woman, is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
All right. So
and we're going to tell her about the person who tried to snitch the deal.
All right. So she wants to meet with you, and she seems very disappointed that you didn't contact her to begin with, and she actually lets you know that she says, yeah, my employers aren't very happy with the situation here. The authorities were let off we were able to intervene and get the authorities off the trail for finding out who caused the issues in the streets of Chicago, but we're going to have to. This is going to come out of the pay that you get. She says, so we had an agreement for 5,000 new yen each plus 500. So we're going to. That's only going to be 3,000 new yen apiece. She produces a cred stick that has 12,000 new yen on it.
All right, hold on here. Do you even know why we had the chaos in the streets and fish and chips?
I'm not. Why don't you go ahead and tell me?
Well, we had a issue with one of your competitors who we turned down and then got violent. So while this was an unexpected circumstance, this was also something outside of our control.
Well, what was in your control was the way that you reacted to that. This is the first time that I'm hearing about it. Why didn't I hear about it when it happened?
We actually did call her when we got the offer, by the way.
Yep. And you never talked to her, or you didn't tell. I know you didn't tell her that there was a person that was contacting you.
We had plausible suspicion that, given that she was a competing Johnson, that she probably had within her means and resources some way of bugging us. So we maintained just prudence, got the work done, and are coming here. If you have a complaint about our professionalism, that's fine. But we do have the results to prove that we got the job done.
Which is why you're getting paid any money at all. Go ahead and do me a favor and roll, I think negotiation would be appropriate.
We're going to use that piece of edge I got back.
Can Haunted House roll his corporate etiquette to assist?
You're going to have to give me a role play justification.
Frau Johnson, keep in mind that we took care of unforeseen circumstances without further implicating your employer or requiring you to throw additional resources at us. You assisted us entirely of your own volition.
All right, go ahead and roll your corporate etiquette with a -2.
2 successes.
All right, so yeah, Yonkers can roll negotiation with 2 extra dice.
Up here in a moment. 4 successes. Woohoo!
All right, so she says, she listens to you, she hears what you're saying, and she says, I understand that you were trying to handle things on your own. That makes sense. I appreciate a team that can react to unforeseen situations and improvise on their own. Still, the way that it was handled, in order to keep you from becoming targets, or in order to keep me and my employer protected, and also in order to keep you from being picked up by Lone Star, there was a lot of sloppy casting going on, spirits going on. There was a bunch of, from what I'm told, a lot of astral signatures all over the place in that area, and we had to pull some strings and get that scrubbed in order to make it so that their astral investigations didn't pick up on who you were. So that cost us a considerable number of resources. I'm willing to, I guess, throw in another 2,000 new yen, but it's still going to be less total, by the way. So that's, here you can have 14,000 new yen total to split among you guys, but that's still less than you were being offered before. I'm not going higher than that. Next time, try not to have a shootout in the middle of Chicago, and you might be in a better position to get all the money that you were promised.
Yonkers takes the money begrudgingly, and let's get out of here.
Dankeschön, Fräulein.